Patrik, you're one of quite many who are new at this job, and you have a very interesting background. I think you've been working in fields that are quite related to what we do here. Could you just help us understand a little bit your background?
Yeah, you're totally right. I've been working in growing companies in exciting technology fields, and some of them really applies to what we're doing here. I've been working with hardware at Precise Biometrics and done a similar journey.
And Precise, they're the ones with fingerprint, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Fingerprint recognition, but I also made hardware products to apply the technology with. So I did work with hardware and made a similar journey as we are doing now, producing new hardware and everything that comes with that. So that's one area, and the fingerprint technology often applied to payment scenarios. So I've been in that ecosystem too with Precise Biometrics.
Yeah.
But also at my previous job at Saplox, I was very involved in the payment ecosystem.
And Saplox, this is using this all Bluetooth and locks
there are
for
actually
hotels,
some similarities as well, because they're using Bluetooth as the enabler to open hotel locks with your mobile phone. So it's a mobile check-in and mobile lock solution.
Yeah, and at those companies, what roles did you have at those companies?
I've kind of always had a role both in the technology space and in the commercial space. So at Precise Biometrics, I was actually joining as head of R&D.
Yeah.
And then I moved over to more commercial roles, first as CTO, and then the last 6 years I was heading global sales and product management, and my title was COO.
Yeah.
When I moved to Saplox, it was also a COO role, but it was a little bit more on the technical side. I was heading development, and I was also heading a delivery organization. So the organization basically taking the products from development and making sure the customers get them installed and up and running.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of customer interaction in that role as well, but I didn't have any sales response that time, which I was kind of missing, and one of the reasons I wanted to join Crunchfish.
Yeah, but you came in here, and I remember we discussed that. What title should you have? And you got COO here as well.
Yeah. I got.
It's a good title.
Yeah, of course you can use it.
Third time lucky.
You can use it for a lot of different things, and it's quite kind of a broad role. And as I said, I've been working both on the technology side and on the commercial side, and I think that's good with a broad role that you can actually ship in where you can contribute. So I'm looking forward to use my experience both on the technical side, but mainly on the commercial side, as that's my focus.
because right now I think it's been you came in a way hired for working on the gesture side.
Yeah, that's
but
right.
all of a sudden now, when we are shifting much more emphasis on more the for mobile payments, you're taking up a role being responsible for Sweden and our rollout here.
Yeah.
How do you find that? Are you okay with that shift?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Now I'm perfectly fine with that, and what I feel is very exciting is that this will be our first market. So we will create the references and first of all pilots and reference cases that we can use going global as well. So being the door opener, I think that's a really good opportunity for me personally. There's a lot we need to do on the commercial space, forming partner models, price models, go-to-market strategies, and so on. I enjoy working with that.
Yeah, and you've got. I know you have dipped your toes a little bit. You had one great conversation with Tixter right now.
Yeah,
this is our first sort of cash register.
Actually, just coming out of a meeting with Tixter, which was very inspiring.
Yeah. You like them that they were from Värmland?
Yeah. At Precise Biometrics, I was actually heading a team in Värmland. So now I got a good feeling talking with the guys at Tixter, and amazing company what they have achieved from arranging festivals in Arvika to now being a company selling solutions to events.
Have they been hit by Corona quite hard, or because they're selling tickets for hockey games and events, and
exactly.
How are they coping?
Yeah, they're facing tough times as all companies are to some extent, especially since they're in as you described, the sport and event industry. But they have a solid cash situation, and they're very positive about the future, and hopefully we will see this coming away the coming week. So the summer will, at least to some extent, get back to normal. And I think most of the events that drives revenue from their perspective is actually summer.
What do they think about our solution? Are they happy with integration so far?
Yeah, they have actually integrated in both their products, Boxnet and Blink, and they are really looking forward to take this to their customers. They had a short list of customers that wanted to try this out. Yeah. 4 of them is not operating right now due to Corona, but we have identified 2 cases where we can actually start pilots rather soon. So that was really exciting. And they've got, in general, a very good response on the solution that we together can provide to the customers.
Yeah, and you're talking to quite a lot of other cash registers as well. I think you're because that is what we need to do to broaden our presence in the market, to have more integrations. And how's these discussions going?
Going good, and you're right. That's the part of the ecosystem we need to penetrate right now, because we have a very good situation being teamed up with Swish. Because creating a user community that takes a lot of time and it's very hard.
We get it for free via Swish.
Exactly. So the user community we more or less get for free by Swish, but we need to build up the ecosystem on the other end as well. So my focus now is to work and talk with the different cash system vendors. So some of them we already have partnerships with, and some other we are in discussions with.
Yeah. And coming here then to Crunchfish, sort of. You when did you join? Was it December or was it January?
No, it was mid-January. So about
mid-January.
2 months.
2 months now.
2 months ago. Yeah, time flies.
And how do you feel? Is this?
I feel it feels good.
I'm unhappy with you because you beat me in boule all the time on Fridays. And
I didn't expect you to bring that up, but I'm glad you did. So everyone knows. Yeah, no, that's great fun. When we have time, Friday lunch, we take a quick lunch and then a game of boule, and
it's been good.
It's been good so far.
Work-wise, sort of. Are you enjoying yourself, sort of?
Absolutely, and I see it as a privilege, being part of something new, creating something new. As I said, being the one defining how we are actually going to go to market. Being responsible or part of that is a great opportunity. I also do some work on the gesture side, which I think is a very interesting technology. It's not as short term as the Blipit and our other proximity products, but it's an interesting technology area as well. So I got a very good blend of different technologies in this role, enjoying it. Also enjoying the people I'm working with. It's a very dynamic workplace with different characters. So
we're very happy to have you here. I think I personally enjoy. I think your good spirit, but also the breadth you have, because I think it's great you start in Sweden, as you say. You break new grounds, but you are destined for bigger things in Crunchfish, and there will be other things after Sweden. And I think you are ready to expand your role and do other things. That's great.
I really enjoy the international space. I've been working mostly with Asia and the US during my career, so I would be happy to do that again. At Crunch.
No, that's great. And what do you see? You have some experience. You work at Precise Biometrics, you say, who have actually done sort of a little bit of a similar journey. They're also a component into other systems similar as Crunchfish. What sort of why would you give us good chances to succeed now? What do we have in our in our DNA or in our product portfolio that you think this is actually something that could actually make it quite in the market?
I think in our DNA we are very innovative and forward leaning. So we're quick to adapt new ideas and agile to the response we get in the market. So that's one thing. And then of course we are in a very interesting market, the fintech market, and again from a Swedish perspective, teaming up with Swish, which is basically in every man's hand. Then
and woman's.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a very good base to get going and enabling Swish payments in new user scenarios. I think that will be a great success.
Yeah. So building on that, you think that we have then the platform to go international, sort of.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What do you think about India then? Because we are sort of competing with you to see if we can be quicker in India than in Sweden.
Yeah, I hope you succeed.
Yeah.
Actually, I've never worked with India. I worked a lot with China, Taiwan, Korea, Japan, but I've never worked with and I've never been in India. So I don't know the dynamics in the market, but I've heard from what you described. Hearing how the ecosystem works in India and knowing what we can contribute with, I'm sure that we will have a success also there.
Yeah. No, it's we're certainly working on it. Right now they're in a lockdown. I don't know if you heard. It's yesterday. A big lockdown. The whole country for 3 weeks. Everybody's just confined to their homes, which is it's quite unprecedented, really. But we are hangouts and Skyping with them. That's what you can do right now.
And I mean, we're seeing this long term as well. So there's a hiccup now in the beginning, but I'm sure we will get to it once things get back to normal.
Yeah. So on Friday, who wins the boule game?
That's an easy question.
All right, I agree. And I'm still optimistic.
Or maybe we should be in the same team on Friday for the first time, because we've been in different teams, and that's why you have lost. But maybe we should be in the same team on Friday.
Then that's my best chance to actually go home with a win. Yeah, that's great. No, thanks so much, Patrik, and I think it will be fun working with you over those years, sort of. So,
yeah.
Thank you.
It already is.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay.